this your girl violet-zoe and welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning for the very first time, I'm called violet-zoe. I'm a Christian YouTuber, and as always, I'm here to bless someone, to encourage someone, and to motivate someone out there. If you're interested in faith-based content, then this channel is definitely for you. On this channel, we'll give out videos every single week, so please hit that subscribe button. And if you have been watching me, you haven't subscribed to my channel, like, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe so that we can all have fun on this channel. And for those who are returning, welcome back. Yay! So guys, today what are we talking about? Stay tuned because it's gonna be very interesting. So guys, welcome back. This is your girl violet-zoe, as I earlier mentioned, and if you've been following my videos, you'll definitely know that we've been going through a series on prayer. Like, what is prayer, the importance of prayer, the different kinds of prayer. We're currently doing the different kinds of prayer, and we've been talking about, or we spoke about, the prayer of faith in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, please go back because you would definitely gain something from there. So today we're going straight into the next kind of prayer. I have to really emphasize, because this topic is very important, because most of the questions or most of the conversations I hear from people, both believers and unbelievers, they always say, like, does God really exist? Like, why is it that people pray and he doesn't answer? Like, bad things happen to people, or some things are happening when people are praying and he doesn't seem to answer. And I always tell them, God is God, and there's probably just something you're not doing right when it comes to praying. There's just probably something. And most especially, we don't operate the right principles. Like, principles work if you operate them rightly. Every prayer has its principle. And the prayer of faith, I extensively gave you the principles. And if you truly apply them, it will work for you like A, B, C. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to be talking about the prayer of... We'll be talking about the prayer of agreement. Like, this prayer, for me, I'm not saying for anybody, I don't know about people, but for me, I find it to be one of the most convenient, I guess, for me. I don't know about you, so please don't judge. So, the prayer of agreement. So, it's very important. As I said, it's important to know how to pray, because if you know how to pray, you definitely will pray effectively, and that will guarantee results. So, it's very important. Please follow this series on prayer. Please watch my videos, and it will help you improve your prayer life. It will help you get effective results. It's very important. I cannot overemphasize this. So today, what is the prayer of agreement all about? As the word itself says, it's an agreement. What is an agreement? It entails at least two people. If you have to agree on something, you cannot say, I'm in agreement with myself. No, you have to have somebody to agree with concerning something, right? So today, let's go straight to the scriptures, because it shouldn't sound like, oh my God, I think Violet is just talking about this prayer from my head. No, I'm not. I'm actually saying what is in the Bible. So let's go to Matthew chapter 18, verse 19. Jesus said, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that he shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. So in this verse, we already have the word, if two of you shall agree on anything. So that's where the prayer of agreement comes about. And for this prayer, as I said, I find it to be one of the most easiest. If you just have the right principles, then that's it. You don't have to stress. And this prayer, unlike the prayer of faith that I explained previously on my previous video, prayer of faith takes more. You really have to have faith. Like, your faith has to be like up there when it comes to the prayer of faith. But when it comes to the prayer of agreement, you just have to get these principles right. Faith is important in everything you do, but it's not the focus in this kind of prayer. It's not the focus, honestly. So the first principle that we get here is that the person must be on earth. He said, if two of you shall agree on earth. That's the first part, right? So the first principles in prayer of agreement is you must be on earth. Yeah, so you're already qualified because we are on earth, you know. Just to remind you if you've forgotten. Yeah, so we're on earth. So Yeah, that's the first principle. The second principle on this prayer of agreement is two of you, at least two of you. You could be more, but it must be at least two. At least two people must be involved in this prayer. And the third principle we get from here is they must agree. It said, if two of you shall agree, you must agree. That means that you must, for example, what can I say if you want to use your faith on? I really know what's happening to you in your life right now, but just pick out anything that you think you want to change in, right? For example, for example, you want a job. Yeah, for example, you want a job. So you must agree with the person. Let's not use a job. Let's use just anything random. What can I use? Okay, I'm going to look for what I'm going to use, but pick out something that you want to see a change in. So you must agree. You must get two people. You must be on earth, and you must agree with that person. And I always say this prayer for me. I always try to advise couples like those spouse. This is like the best and the most effective prayer for married people. Like you guys are already two. You know, the two shall become one, but technically you guys are two, right? So when you guys agree on anything and you got these principles rolling, it's one of the most convenient prayers I think married people should use. Like it's really, really effective and very convenient for them. So because you're already in the house with somebody, so it's easier than going to get somebody or look for some brother or sister somewhere else. It's easier to just deal with the person you're with staying or you're staying together with. The last principle, it has to have a definite request as touching anything. So there must be something specific. Once you have these principles in check, you just need to look for somebody. And the most beautiful thing, or one of the most beautiful thing about this prayer is that, as I said, your faith level must not be 100% or 200% like the prayer of faith. You just have to get these principles in check and just get the ball rolling. This prayer is very important. This prayer is not a begging God kind of prayer. It's a decree. It's a prayer where you make decrees. You decree that this is it and this is it. Once you guys have agreed, once you're on earth, once you're two, once you've agreed, once you have a definite purpose, you make the decree and it's done. He said, as touching anything, it shall be done to you. The funny thing or the most interesting thing about this prayer is that we might agree that this is what we want, and guess what? We've prayed, we've decreed, and then you go home and say, like, for example, I can agree with my friend, right, that we want something, and then later on she goes home to say, you know what? I don't think I want that prayer again. I don't think I want that thing again. That's the thing. You cannot change your mind. That prayer is already rolling. It's already gone. Whether her faith level drops or she decides that she wants to change her mind, it doesn't affect the prayer at all. Because when you guys were saying that prayer, you guys were in agreement. So even if she leaves from there and decides that, oh, you know what, this is not what I want anymore, it doesn't affect that prayer. It has been set. You know when you set a ball down the hill, right? When you push the ball and it's rolling, that's it. It's rolling. Nothing's going to stop it. So even if she decides to change her mind, that prayer has already gone out. So the only thing that can make this prayer non-effective is that you guys come back and agree that you want to disagree on that thing. You know, I don't know if it makes sense. But yeah, you guys have to come back and say, you know what, let's cancel this decree. We don't want this thing anymore. Then that's when the prayer becomes ineffective. You have to agree that this is what there must be an agreement. One party cannot say, I changed my mind. No, it's both parties that have to change their mind and come back and say, you know what, we have changed our mind and this is what we want now. So the prayer is very, very effective. Like, I've seen it happen in my life. I have a short testimony. I'm just going to give it to you guys. Like, I was praying. No, I'm a friend, we're praying about something. We wanted something to be done. Like, we're not really praying, no, we're just chatting and say, oh, why can this thing not just happen? You know, we need this thing to be done. I don't want to be specific because I don't want the person to know I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we're just chatting and say, why can this thing not be done? But the Holy Spirit just reminded me in that conversation that you guys have the prayer of agreement. Use it. You guys want something to be done, you're chatting about it. When you guys have a prayer of agreement you can do, That was what the Holy Spirit told me. Guess what? I just told the person, I was like, you know what? Why are we sitting here and talking about and crying and hoping that this thing happens? Let's just agree. Let's just agree. So guess what? We're like, yeah, that's good. I think that's a good thing. We just said a prayer. Father, this is what we want. This is the specific things we want. We both in agreement of what we want, and you've told us in your word. It's always important that you give God back his word. It's very important in prayer. It's like presenting your strong points. You give him back. You told him this is what you said in your words, and we've got all these principles unlocked. So this is what we want. And that was it. Guess what? A month later, we didn't talk about it again, we just left it. A month later, exact to the to the eye, to the dots, exact. It's so funny how you're praying about something and when the thing actually happens, you're shocked. It's like those people were praying for Peter, and when Peter came and he knocked, they were praying, right? When he came, he knocked, they saw him, they were shocked. In my mind, why are you shocked? Because you were actually praying for his release, right? You're praying for him to be released. Now he's been released, then why are you shocked? Are you shocked in like unbelief or I don't know? But it happened to me. I was laughing at them, not really laughing, yeah, but it just sounded funny when I read the scriptures. And it happened to me because when it happened, I was like, what? Oh my God. When I opened my phone and I saw the message, I was like, what did just happen? This is what we prayed. The same thing? I was so shocked. And then I just remembered this is what happened to the people in the Bible when Peter was released. They were in shock until they prayed about it. So that's it about this prayer. If you really want to get things done, this prayer really, I feel like it's just designed for couples. Like, but if you're not married yet, it's fine. You can get your friend. You can call me. You can talk to Violet. We can agree for you. You can call anybody. So please just put down these principles. Just put them down. Like, do it, and definitely you will come back with a testimony. God is not, you said in Numbers that I'm not a man. God is not a man that he should lie. If he said it in his word, it is there. Sometimes we don't see the results because we don't apply the right principles, and that's why I'm taking you through these different kinds of prayers, so we should know exactly how to pray and how to be effective in our prayers to get the desired results that we want. So guys, I hope this video blessed someone, I hope it encouraged someone, and I hope it motivated someone out there. This is Words of Life with violet-zoe. Do have a beautiful day.